2 weeks ago, we showed you exclusive video of a mysterious object flying in the skies over Denver. That video has gone viral, and now it's getting worldwide attention, especially from people who track UFOs. We've heard from hundreds of people who think they know what it is, or do they? Fox 31 Denver investigative reporter Heidi Hammett is getting your questions answered. Tonight, she's here with a follow-up. Heidi?
That's right. Many of the people who saw our story on air and online believe our footage is not a UFO, but rather a military drone, remote-controlled toys, or even bugs. So we talked to more experts, and the answer may surprise you. It's video being watched around the world.
Keep going up, and up, and up.
We first told you about these strange sightings in the mile-high skies after a Denver man who does not want to be identified brought us his home video. The flying objects are too fast to see with the naked eye, but when we slowed down the footage, something is there.
I would consider myself an expert.
We asked aviation expert Steve Cowell to analyze it.
It's not an airplane. That is not a helicopter. Those are not birds. I can't identify it.
The images were captured on camera from a hilltop in Federal Heights. That spot has now become a popular place for sightseers, camped out with their cameras, smartphones, and even lounge chairs.
I wanted to come out and get some footage for myself.
And we have been inundated with phone calls.
I'll tell you what those UFOs are. They're Obama's drones.
I'm calling from Virginia. I actually seen one in Detroit, Michigan.
I'm not a kook.
And emails from across the U.S., Europe, even Asia. Some sent us pictures of similar-looking UFOs. Others wrote to tell us they had solved our mystery. I believe your UFO is an RC aircraft. An RC, or remote-controlled aircraft, certainly seems like a possible explanation, but the man who originally shot the video spent several days in the area where the UFOs appear to be launching and landing, near 56th and Clay, and he saw no one flying a remote-controlled toy. How about military drones? Cowell also thought they were military drones until he watched the video.
I don't think it's a drone.
Cowell knows of no drone that looks like this. To fly unmanned aircraft, you have to get the FAA's permission. The University of Colorado is allowed to test drones in a rural area north of Boulder, but the FAA says there are no drones authorized to fly over Metro Denver. And finally, the most popular theory of all, bugs. I can assure you that the object captured by your cameraman was an insect, probably a fly. Entomologist Mary Ann Hamilton is an insect expert.
This is a toughie. I've never seen anything like this.
She took a long, hard look at the video, and in her professional opinion,
after watching the various shots, I would have to say no. I don't believe I do not believe it's an insect.
Even that won't convince some skeptics who showed up here last weekend to get a glimpse of it themselves.
UFOs that were originally filmed are not UFOs anymore. We've identified them as insects.
But for the believers, the answer to this mystery is still very much up in the air. Now, after the story aired, I was contacted by hundreds of people, but also by a retired military drone expert. He still has a pretty top-secret job, so he did not want to talk on camera. But I asked him if the military could be testing drones without notifying the FAA. He said it's possible, but not likely because it's too dangerous to do that kind of testing in a populated area like Denver. We've also heard from people who tell us that we need to go out there and triangulate this shot, that we need to get a couple of different cameras and put them in different places, and then we can know for sure if it's a UFO. So, you know, if anyone out there has any information about that and wants to help us out, we would love to get the help.
Well, you know, it's so interesting because you've gotten contact from people all over the world about this story.
Right. Yes, we have. Japan, Seoul, Korea, Croatia. I mean, actually, a Japanese TV station contacted me today and asked if they could run it on there.
And you've taken a lot of grief for this,
yes,
too.
I have. I really have. You know, people are questioning my journalistic integrity. I mean, I just did a story. I just, you know, I thought it was unexplained.
Yeah.
And, you know, as I said before, I mean, you better have thick skin if you're going to go into this.
You've done a lot of really important, serious stories, and you've changed a lot of things in this town, but you've never done a story like this where
it's fun. It's interesting.
All over the world are calling you with
theories. And people either believe it or they don't, or they think that I'm just a jerk who's out there, you know, shooting flies and making it up and telling people that it's UFOs, but I'm not.
We'll
It's
vouch for you.
unexplained.
You're not doing
We've
that.
talked to all the experts. I don't know what else to do, but if anyone out there has any ideas about how to triangulate this UFO, they want to go out and do it, we'll certainly do a follow-up. Send us an email at tips@kdvr.com or call us at 303-566-7566.